Hello, welcome to day 19, I think, 19 or 20, something like that. Anyways, uh, I just wanted to update that since I've reached at day 19 or 20, something like that, it it really feels almost like my identity has integrated very well. Meaning, like, I have started accepting the fact that I'm actually a content creator, and I myself, I'm clear in my head in regards with what exactly I need to do and how exactly I need to do that as well. Uh, this somewhat feels like manifestation only, and I know you would cringe out in regards with manifestation, but what I mean by manifestation is more about, you accepting the fact that you're actually a content creator and not cringing out, and accepting the fact that you are doing this now for you. I think, sorry. And another thing that I saw on Instagram today was how you deciding to become something, or you working towards something and asking that from universe. I know this also sounds very cringe or like crazy. Let's say you're not asking it from the universe, you're not asking it from God or like whatever XYZ that's there. You're just deciding, like, from now onwards you'll try to become a little more peaceful. So that is exactly the time where you start having situations, you start having things in your life where things might not be peaceful, and the reason you start having that is because you've decided the fact that you'll start becoming a little more peaceful from today onwards, and the universe or like the god or whatever that is there you want to call is testing you out and helping you. It is showing you quite literally that these are the places where you need to heal, or like these are the things that you need to take into consideration if you actually want to become uh, a person who is like a little more peaceful. Let's say, for example, for me, uh, I have been wanting to become a content creator since like forever. Like since forever, trust me, like since I was in my fifth grade, since that time I've wanted to become a content creator. But I'd say I had like fear of overall fear of failure, fear of showing myself or like not expressing myself properly for whatever XYZ reasons that are there. I didn't have confidence. I didn't have the camera presence that I have today. Back in the day, and I used to think that okay, fuck it, like I don't have this, I don't have that. I used to give stupid reasons like I don't have a good camera, I don't have a good mic or something like that, and just think that okay, like one day when everything will be perfect, that is exactly when I'll start making content. Bullshit, like, which never really happened because you yourself have seen the difference that I've made since in just fucking 20 days. If only I would have started what I had started in my fifth grade. By today, I could have had like way too many things. But anyways, that's not the point. The point over here is this. Uh, that the moment you decide, like let's say 20 days or like 19 days before when I decided that I actually want to become a content creator full-fledgedly, uh, that is when I started seeing problems, correct? Like problems like maybe I don't have a mic which is like good, or maybe my camera presence is not really that good, or maybe I am not really that well in when it comes to like researching about topics or something like that. That was quite literally the universe's way to show you that these are the things that you need to correct in order to reach at a stage or at a version that you actually want to become. This is the updated the version that you want to become, and this is you over here. It's not even about like this version is above and this version is below or something like that. Both are at the same level, but it's just that if you want to become this, you will have to leave this, and the universe is showing you that these are the things that you need to leave, or like these are the things that you need to change. If you keep on doing the same things again and again in your life, you will keep on getting the same results. It is quite literally like 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. As simple as that. If you're adding two things together, you are getting a certain outcome, which is 2. Which means you need to change these two things. You need to change some or the other thing. You need to change something on the left side in order for you to get a certain result in the right side. And it's a game of permutation and combination in regards with what exactly you need to change over here, which is you yourself. Like it's a permutation combination. For example, like your one of the requirements for a fitness influencer or a content creator would be, of course, like that person himself is actually fit before, because that person should walk through that path and understand that path, what he will be preaching at that moment, correct? Which means the and yeah, very very good example. Like let's say for example tomorrow a fat guy actually starts posting content. He has all confidence. He's like, I'll explain you all what exactly you all need to do in order to achieve your dream physique or something like that. But then he starts getting comments on his on his Instagram or on his YouTube saying that, why would I take uh, fitness advice from a fat guy or something like that, which is true. Like the universe is over here trying to make that fat guy understand that, for you, in order to become fit, you need to actually uh, start getting fit by yourself first. You have to lead by example, and not like nobody is going to listen you if you aren't leading by example over here, correct? So if somebody is commenting that on your Instagram or on your YouTube as well, you shouldn't be taking that as a hate comment. Rather, you should understand what exactly the universe is trying to make you understand over here. Like if somebody becomes very arrogant, that is when these guys, like a random influencer gets like arrogant, that is exactly when they start getting hate comments. And that is exactly the point where that particular influencer needs to reflect and understand, like whether or not what they did was actually good or bad, or whether or not what they did is something good or not. Because of course there are going to be times where the whole world is against you, and you know in your heart that what you're doing is actually correct. So of course this is something that you need to understand by yourself and gauge by yourself, that whether or not this particular hate comment, what exactly does this mean to you at that moment, and what exactly the universe is trying to make you understand. uh, and I know at this moment I quite literally sound like a manifestation coach or something like that, but it is not. It is more about you uh, erasing your self beliefs that you have, the doubts that you have, and the bullshit that you have kept in your mind since like the longest amount of time, and not given yourself the permission to actually get what you want in your own life. Like I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who are watching this video, uh, who quite literally don't even give them permission to buy something for themselves. I myself realized this today, that I have never really spent money on clothes until unless it was a necessity. Like the only time I used to buy clothes, it's like if I have started college, which means that I need to buy clothes. That is exactly when I used to buy clothes, or else I never used to buy clothes. If I am changing jobs, or if I am going somewhere or something like that, that is exactly when I buy or else I didn't used to buy clothes at all. Like why should I buy clothes if there's no need as such at the moment? So then why exactly should I buy clothes? Which is so fucking wrong. Like you have quite literally not given yourself the permission to do a particular thing, and it's just wrong, because like you probably have some or the other self belief uh, that may or may that maybe you don't really deserve that particular thing in your life, and hence you're not actually buying it. So yeah, like not good, man. Go buy clothes for yourself. That's exactly what I'm going to do as well. Like free up yourself and do things for yourself. Since the last past 2 3 days, I think I have reflecting a lot. It's been a lot. As I said in my previous video as well, it's been emotionally energetic for me, at least the last 2 3 days. And what I have realized is that there are still a few things that I kind of restrict myself from in order to love myself. I know that sounds very cringe, but that is exactly what you need at the moment, where your inner child just like needs to come out and give, like you need to give permission and like give safety protection to your inner child. Again, this is not something that you can do logically. This is something that you'll have to make your inner child feel, and the way you do it is exactly the way you would actually love a fucking child. This is a topic for another video altogether. I I cannot cover the whole thing over here. I'll probably put up a video on my main YouTube channel as well. Uh, but yeah, this is what exactly I myself had been reflecting, and I understood that how important it is to uh, make yourself feel good first. And when I say self love or when I say self care, it doesn't mean uh, doing skincare routines. Like the internet version or like the internet meaning for self care is probably like going out on a going out on a good salon date or like whatever that's there. But it's not just that, it is more also you trying to make yourself feel safe, you trying to stand up for yourself, uh, keep certain boundaries at that moment when people are kind of trying to overstep it, and standing up for yourself. It is not it is not always or it is not very lovey-dovey. uh, it is something that gets messed up as well at times when you have friends and they try to like overstep a certain boundary which you don't really like, and which you quite literally feel choked from. And when you don't stand up for yourself at that moment, that is exactly uh, when your inner child actually starts feeling a little more violated at that time. And you don't really feel you don't really feel safe, because if you yourself are not standing up for yourself, then like who will? That is exactly the reason you start having this overthinking, or you start having these anxious thoughts in your mind. Because if you're not doing these things for yourself, uh, then who else would do? Firstly, that's there, and secondly, if you're not doing that, that is going to stay. Like that feeling that's there, that's going to stay in your body. Hence, that's the reason you start getting so much anxiety, you start getting so nervous at that time. uh, yeah, I think, yeah, that is it, at least for now. It's a very heavy topic. I'd like for you to actually just sit by yourself, and like this is just like an actionable. If you actually want to like explore this, whatever I've said, you just sit by yourself, you close your eyes, and you imagine yourself the youngest you were, in a room, and you just you try to hug that guy, and tell that person that you're safe at this moment, and I'm there for you. uh, it will make you feel very good. Like the first time I did it, it was very random. So it was the first time I actually meditated, and ironically, it was after my first breakup, when I was just going through this phase of like trying to get into spirituality. And the way I actually got into spirituality was uh, while researching about drugs. That's a story for a different occasion. But yeah, like I saw this guy known as Jake Woodard, and he had done this inner child healing meditation kind of a thingy. And by that time, I think I was in my 11th grade at that moment, somewhere around 17 years old. And for me, that concept was very new. And for me, meditation at that moment was I quite literally imagined a monk sitting in Himalayas and like doing their own tapasya or something like that. Uh, so meditation for me, if a Westerner was doing at that moment, I was very judgy back in the day. So like if a Westerner is doing that, uh, then I was like, why would I listen to a Westerner talking about meditation? Because like I don't know, man. I just feel that if an Indian is talking about meditation, I'd still listen to that person with like full heart. But if a Westerner is listening, I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'm already going through a lot of shit. Let's just like keep an open mind. I mean, I am judgy at times, but then I try to, I make it a point that I try to understand what exactly the other person is saying, understand it by myself, and if it makes sense, then it's good. I've added new piece of information to my head. If it's not, then well. Anyway, so I went through that meditation for the first time. I actually went through a lot of reels before, and I was like, okay, damn, like what this guy is saying, it actually makes sense. He was talking about masculine and feminine energies at that moment. Uh, I was like, okay, like what he's saying is actually making sense, man. Let's try what he's saying. Like he had a podcast going on at that time as well on Spotify, so I used to listen to his podcast as well, which was very 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 good. I understood a lot of things, and I'd say foundation about all these things like masculine, feminine energies, inner child healing, or like shadow work. All these topics that were there, the basics, the foundations that were there, I got it from him only. Uh, I did that meditation, and the first time I did it, it was very intense. Like, uh, I had been a person who used to suppress a lot of his emotions, and like there was a brief amount of period, maybe like 2 3 years in my life where I had not felt anything overall. Like I had not even cried because I had suppressed crying till a point where I actually wanted to cry and I wasn't able to cry. But uh, when I broke up with my girlfriend at that time, I cried after like a long time, which was good. But then the next time I cried was when I actually did that meditation, because I was quite literally meeting my inner child in that meditation, and like hugging him and telling him you are safe at this moment or something like that. I know this sounds very weird, very cringe, very something that's looked down upon or something like that, but you need it. Like you just need to try it once, see whether or not this is your thing. If it's not your thing, then don't do it. But I am sure, like, if it is your thing, or firstly, I know for a fact that if you do it full heartedly, like keep your mind open and you actually do it, like you just sit in one place and you just imagine yourself, and you tell that person that I am giving you safety, security at this moment. I'm sure you'll feel good. You'll feel way good. Of course, you'll have to do it a long amount of times. I don't know whether or not the first time you'll do it, you will cry or no. But I'm damn sure, like, if you do it for a certain amount of time, you will start feeling a little more safe in your own body itself, and you will have a little less anxiety. Till now, whatever tips, whatever hacks that I've seen online are surface level hacks for you to calm down your anxiety or for you to calm down your overthinking. The only way they are going to actually go away forever is when you actually make your inner child feel safe, because that anxiety that's there, that's quite literally your inner child. Because we all grow by age, our body grows, it becomes a little bigger, but our emotional systems, our emotional blueprints that are in place, they don't grow. They are quite literally the same, the way they were when you were 5 years old or 10 years old. The way you dealt with your emotions back in the day is exactly how you deal with your emotions right now as well. And if you don't update that blueprint, and the way to update that blueprint is quite literally by doing this work where you're meeting your inner child. And if you don't do that, your emotions are going to be hijacked by your inner child always. Like when you get anxious, when you get angry, when you get whatever emotions that are there, are always going to be hijacked by that person, because you never really took the time to actually understand your inner child. The reason this anxiety comes in, there is a reason behind it. The reason behind it is this only, that your inner child is not feeling safe, and you need to make him feel safe at the moment. So yeah, if you don't do that, no amount of hacks, no amount of medicines, no amount of anything is going to help you. uh, but if anything else is helping you out, I am happy for you, because another soul is being able to express themselves in this world. But if nothing else is working for you, I am damn sure this is going to work for you. You just need to sit down, imagine your inner child, and like make him feel safe. As simple as that. I think, yeah, that is it for today. Pretty long video, but it's a very valuable lesson that you need to take. Reflect on it. Try doing it, please. I really, really urge you to actually do it. And let me know the results in the comment section, man. If it helped, then just let me know so that I'll bring on more stuff like this. Anyways, I'm grateful for you to watch the whole video, and love you, man. See you tomorrow.